what an episode. Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for The Oval on BET. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much, and I am so sorry I missed y'all last week. It was Thanksgiving week and stuff, and I was in Kentucky and stuff, and I just, I watched. I just didn't feel like recording. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie, but I did get some quality time in with the grandbaby. Okay, so I do apologize, but I'm back. Okay, so let's get into this episode, which I have to admit was very satisfying at the end. Okay, so we start out and we see First Lady Victoria in the Chief of Staff's home, and it was just weird, because she's discussing with him, letting him know the plot and the plan and how it's all going away. But, Lily's there, and she comes in like she's drunk or something, and she's like, I want in on whatever's going on. And I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, did she drop a bug or something? Like, what was her purpose in coming in there trying to get information, knowing they weren't going to tell her nothing? Like, girl, if you don't take your butt on upstairs somewhere. So I didn't really get that whole, I'm giddy and who have you killed and all of this. That was just, to me, extra. But I think it just needs to be said that I just really find it funny that everybody's buying this story that, everything's back to normal and everything's good. I don't really understand that. So, but they're going with it, so who am I? Okay, and so then I want to talk about, now listen, I didn't make any notes. I'm going off and y'all know I be, so I do apologize if I forget something. Okay, so I want to talk about Dale and Alan in the woods, which was just still weird to me. It's like, why are y'all still in the woods when he done turned his phone on, so you know that they done pinged him. You know that they know where you're at. Like, why are you still in the same, like, whatever. But, of course, here comes Cal. Cal walks up, and he's talking to Dale and, telling Dale he ain't got to camp out. He can just come and live with him. And of course, he's like, is anybody in the tent? He's like, no, nobody's in the tent. But of course, he knew who was in the tent. Like, how do you think they found you? Like, why would you even tell that lie? Stupid. But, he told Alan to come on. Alan left with them. He said that the chief of staff needed to see him, and he's trying to keep him from going to jail or something. It's like, man, y'all know I ain't done none of that. So Alan goes with them, and Dale is just like, well, I guess I'm out of here, And so he's out, and then we see Max and Bobby. We see Max and Bobby, and they're coming to Richard's house to basically try to talk Sharon into recording the president when he calls, because they know he's going to call, because they know him better than he knows himself. And they get there, and, Sharon, I thought for a minute she was going to try to steal my man. Girl, if you don't take your slut self on in there, he don't want you. He want me. Now that he see Lily don't want him, he want me, girl. So, Max and Bobby, they're trying to convince her, and she's like, I don't think I like this. I don't like this. And Richard's like, I don't like it either. I don't think I like it either. I don't like it either. Richard was definitely her mockingbird. And she wound up, telling them bye, and she wasn't going to help them, and they left. And of course, they have their own little bickering back and forth as usual. But when he first came in, it was funny. Bobby was like, do I smell pork chops? And she was like, yes, I made some earlier. He's like, do you want some? Yes, I do. And, of course, Max, he ain't feeling the soul food, but, let's just, Bobby stayed for the food, even though he wasn't going to get what he needed out of Sharon, which I thought was funny. And, of course, Barry is still missing. Don't nobody know where Barry is. Where the heck is Barry? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. So that's still a thing. And then we have Hunter is just like really confused because, again, he's found out that Jason is not deceased, that he was not the one in that bed, but he believes everybody around him knows what's going on except for, and they won't tell him. So he thinks his wife's in on it. He now thinks Donald's in on it. He's eventually going to think Alonzo's in on it because Alonzo, He's just, bless his heart. Poor Alonzo. Like, I would have let them fire me. I'm fired. Okay, bye. I can start my own security company saying that, I used to be in the Secret Service and I would protect you. But what I'm not going to do is this dysfunction. I'm not going to, but y'all almost got me locked up trying to keep this bozo out of trouble, So I don't know. Lonzo, bless his heart, but Hunter's definitely going to lose his mind trying to figure out what's going on. And he doesn't trust anybody at this point. And of course, he does a lot of cocaine, so that's probably contributing to his paranoia. So moving right along, and we have Kareem, who shows up at the pharmacy, you know what I'm saying, I guess to open up and to check on things. And Dale just happens to be there as, Kareem is walking in the door. He had his duffel bag and everything, and Dale's like, what's that? And he was like, well, I'm just making sure that I'm prepared, if they come back. Kareem told Dale that it's supposed to be over, and Dale couldn't believe it because they were still stuck in the woods. And, and Dale told Kareem that Cal came and picked up Alan. Kareem's like, oh, he's dead. I wish it was you, Kareem. I mean, Alan is kind of annoying, as is Dale. I mean, it could have been both of them for mine, but we already know he ain't gonna do nothing to Dale. So that was, a little extra. Kareem's always got to go overboard. And of course, he calls Sharon talking about, I want you to come. I can protect you now. Boy, go on somewhere, because you were so scared of them coming back. You left me here. You didn't feel it was safe enough for you, but you left me here. Now you want me to come? Boy, if you don't go somewhere, no. Call your baby mother. That's what you do. Why don't you go spend time with your daughter? That's what you do. I'm so sick of Kareem. He gets on my nerves. But I was happy that Sharon said, I ain't coming. I'm good. That's right. Hang up on him while you laying in Barry's bed. She is straight up in Barry's bed. What was her stage name? Bitchtopia? That killed me. I was like, a stripper? Yeah, that makes sense because she is a whole slut, right? Right. Okay, and so then we see Victoria coming home. And, already Hunter's suspicious of her. He's like, where'd you go? Because he done called Donald and like, Donna, what's going on? And Donna was like, yeah, your wife was here, and blah, 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 blah. What was she there for? Well, basically to tell him that everything was over with. And so he was testing Victoria when she came back. He was testing Victoria when she came back to see if she was going to lie about where she was. Because he going to ask Donald, are you sleeping with my wife? You don't care. You don't care nothing about none of that. But no, she ain't this type at all. So she comes in and she's like, why are you so paranoid? So she literally has no clue why he's paranoid. She has no clue that Jason is still alive. She thinks it's all over with, right? It's not over with. And so, Hunter's looking at her. He's side-eyeing her like a mug. And he's like, I'm not, she tells him that the vice president's going to come over the next day. And he's like, for what? I don't want to see that cornball. Agreed. She said he and his wife is coming over to apologize. Really, why would they do that? Because they got it all wrong. They've got proof, blah, 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 blah. And so Hunter's like, yeah. So he leaves. And she's like, asshole. It was just weird. And then we have Cal and Alan with my favorite scene in the entire series. I ain't even gonna hold you. This has to be my favorite scene ever. Because they're on the road and Alan, he's just fed up. Mind you, he done seen his lady get her head blown off in front of him. He almost got killed a couple days ago by an agent that was sent by Donald to kill him. And the only reason that he ain't dead is because Priscilla was with him and had a gun. So he's spooked. He's like, I ain't got nothing to live for. He's over it. He's just over it. And Cal's being his normal condescending self. And, you know, maybe this is one of those times where he may not have wanted to be so condescending. Because when Cal is sitting there telling you, I'm not scared and I have nothing to lose, you should have picked up on context clues. I knew what was coming. I don't see how you didn't know what was coming, Cal. That's what I don't understand, because you should have pulled on over before he had an opportunity to do what he did. But baby, he did it. He grabbed that wheel and I knew it was coming. Cal's like, stop. Nope. I told you, if you're going to kill me, it's on my terms and we go together. We both going to die, Cal. We both going to die, Cal. Truth be told, I think Alan's going to die, but I don't think Cal's going nowhere. He's evil. He's not going anywhere. But I do think that's the end of Alan, personally. And if it's not, they're probably off him, because they'll realize that he's crazy and he's probably going to talk to anybody because he doesn't care anymore. But of course, they wasn't going to kill him. They just wanted him back on the job to see what he was going to do, make sure he was still loyal, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, Alan jumped the gun. And here we have it. I finally got to see Cal get hurt. Yes. Be hurt, Cal. Be hurt. Lay down, let it happen. Just lay down and let it happen. So I can't wait to sit next week and see, you know, did he die? Why couldn't the vehicle just burst into flames? Like, collateral damage. Sorry, Alan, but yeah, we're just trying to get rid of Cal. He needs to go. So I think it's a beautiful thing, you know. And so I'm going to end the review right there, because that's about all that needs to be said. Again, they really could have kept everything else and gave me the last 5 minutes, and that would have been good enough for me. Don't you think? I think so. So thank y'all for forgiving me for last week. Yes, I am definitely assuming that y'all have forgiven me. Because I'm right back, right? All right. Okay, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. We are steadily inchworming, but I'm not complaining. We'll get there when we get there. Everything's organic, so I ain't buying no views. I ain't buying no subscribers. I'm not buying none of that. You hit the button, you hit the button. Appreciate you, I appreciate you. But content's about to get real, real dope, so I need y'all to definitely stay with me, and thank you so much. And even if you're not the type that likes to subscribe because you don't like your phone ding, ding, bell, bell, and all of that, that's cool. You got to the end of this video, and so I appreciate you as well, okay? I am thankful for you, and you. All of you. All of you. Okay, I'm getting goofy. All right. I stay goofy, right? Okay, guys, and that is my $5.02. Peace.